What if he isn't stuck at home? What if he's waiting outside the door?
Well, didn't you say he did that one time?
Yes. Are we doing a review today?
We are doing a review today. Yes, we
I
are.
can use Rubik's Cube while we're doing it.
No, you're not going to use a Rubik's Cube while we're doing it.
Why did I get my math book? I didn't need it today.
Dan has actually been sitting here waiting for a while because I saw his name pop up half an hour ago.
Yeah, we ended the Zoom meeting because we wanted to watch WandaVision.
Now he's not on. I was eating lunch and I saw his name pop up on email saying Ben is waiting to join your Zoom meeting.
You get an email for that?
I do.
I don't know. I almost fell and died. Is it okay if I take these?
Sit, both of you.
No.
Put the Rubik's
I'm
cubes
solving them.
and the solids down.
But
Sit.
there's one that's unsolved.
Well, you can solve it at the end. Put it down.
But I already know all of this stuff.
You showed yesterday that wasn't the case. You got it wrong.
Okay, I got one problem wrong. Sue me. Still makes me an A+ student.
Oh, now you're asking me to put a hard question on the quiz, the test, just to show you up.
Compared to me, he was terrible at this stuff.
Well, luckily for you, we have how many days of review? We have 2 days of review.
I said, still not great at math.
You could be. This should be an easily A test.
Okay.
I see my
My
brother.
dad has so many lawyers. Your dad's a lawyer? No. Your dad's not a lawyer. Oh, yeah, your dad's a business. He has lawyers. Business consultant. I don't know what your dad does.
I have people.
I told you this like 20 times. Well, I don't listen.
You know what my dad does?
He has the
Your
most
mom
exciting
does.
job out of all of
You
you.
I know what your mom does. I remember that. She's a
It's not that
teacher.
hard. She's a teacher.
Yeah.
What does she teach?
She does literature and Western civilization.
Where at?
My best friend's mom started a school downtown this year.
What's the name of it?
It's called Haven.
What is it?
Haven.
H-A-V-E-N?
Yeah. I need to write down.
Is this a new job for your mom, or?
She's been teaching for like 15 years or something. The sin ratio.
Oh my God, I'm getting in trouble for that.
Sine.
All the other classes say it as well too.
I always forget what it is.
Sine is my
Like
favorite
sine,
out of all of
because
them.
in Latin, S-I-N-E is sine. It's like you want to say
Well, it's probably the better pronunciation.
Yeah, I'm gonna get in trouble for saying sin.
I'm not going to get in trouble. I'm saying that this is the first. I say that line every single year I've ever taught, and rarely do I get anyone to even chuckle. And now all of a sudden everyone's saying it. So I don't know what's wrong with you guys, but you're not like all the other kids I've ever taught.
No, we're smarter.
All right. Any questions?
Oh yeah, homework. That's a thing. Oh wait. I did have number 4. The only problem is I did
Do
everything.
you know what a blimp is?
What?
You know what a blimp is?
Yeah, I know what a blimp is.
So where's a blimp?
I need the math book.
Where is a blimp?
Oh, it's above.
Okay, so it's above.
125.
No, I mean, you could make the argument, well, how do we know the blimp is in the air? I don't know. It says an advertising blimp hovers, well, that's how we know. Hovers over a stadium an altitude 125 meters. So blimp, 125 meters. It's above the stadium. I don't know if we're doing anything with the stadium. Let's see.
I did
The
that.
pilot sights a tennis court, right, off in the distance at an 8-degree angle of depression. So what must you do first before you draw
You
the
have to
triangle?
draw the horizon line.
So the pilot is here. So from there, he looks downward. So there is the triangle, this one right here.
And that makes an 8-degree angle.
Yes, it does. And I can convert that 125 over here.
So it's just 8 equals 125.
And what's the question ask?
You're trying to figure out how far away the tennis court is from the stadium.
It says ground distance. How far is the tennis court from the stadium? So that would be the same
What
distance up
point
here.
in the tennis court to the stadium?
Well, what part of the stadium?
Yeah.
All right.
Like, what if it's this side of the stadium?
Agreed.
So I did 120 or 80.
What?
Tan 8 equals 125 over x.
Perfect.
And then I multiply 125 from both sides.
How about X?
Oh, dang. Oh, that's what I did wrong. I didn't multiply.
Now, if you know the pattern, it's 125 divided by tan 8. But if you didn't know that pattern, then multiply both sides by 8, or by X, then divide both sides by tan 8.
All right, that's what I did wrong. But I said it out right.
I have a note here in my book, and I didn't write anything, but I have number 9 as being a wrong answer from the book. It's close.
And it's supposed to round to the nearest 100 meters, right?
Does it say that?
How is it the nearest 10 meters?
That doesn't matter, it's the same. No,
It doesn't say anything.
I thought it did say.
This one does, not 9. But I got 444. I guess that's the same answer.
what?
What?
For number 9,
No, 9. I got, what?
at 444.
How? What?
And since it's in pencil, I'm assuming this is the one that most people get wrong or have questions on.
I've got 360.
No, I guess that's why it's in pencil in my book, is because I've encountered multiple years where people don't get it. All right, let's go over the other ones before we get to number 9. Stop me if you don't get this. Number 1 is about 32 meters. Ben, are you up now?
Yeah.
Number 2 is 37 degrees. Number 3 is about 50 meters. Number 4 is 900 meters about. Number 5 is 2.3 kilometers. Number 6 is 570,000 feet, which sounds like a lot. And we, in
That's
period
rounding,
2,
right?
we, that's rounded, there's 10,000. We divided by 5280 because that's how many feet in a mile, and that's about 100 miles, a little bit less or a little bit more. And I was just pointing out that if you've ever flown an airplane, when they come down for landing, they actually start descending, about 100 miles away from the destination. So it's, a half hour before you land, but they're flying really fast. They're way far away when they start descending. All right, number 7 is Heidi apparently is 63 centimeters longer.
For shot.
Is that what it is?
For shadow, yeah.
Number 8 is 176 meters. And number 9, according to the book, is 440. I got 444. Let's see where you guys went wrong.
I know what I did wrong. I actually did that right.
Yeah, I got that wrong.
I got that right. I got 4.
So you got this, I don't know,
I did accidentally did.
depression.
Alternate interior.
You have the sun, and we're told that this angle right here is 48 degrees, and that from here to there is 400 meters, or feet or something. Scientists estimate the depth of craters on the moon by studying the length of the shadows of the craters. So here's the sun, right? It would cast a shadow. This would be the shadow. We just couldn't see because the cliff would obstruct that portion of it. Shadow lengths can be estimated by measuring them on photographs. Find the depth of the crater. So depth of the crater, this would be my X. Find the depth of the crater if the shadow is 400 meters long and the angle of elevation of the sun. So that's where it becomes like, what do you mean angle of elevation? So they're saying from here to the sun, so you're looking up, is 48 degrees. So 48, that's also 48 right there. All right, so this is a what?
I know it is.
Tangent again.
So it'd be x over 400, so it'd be 448.
Yeah.
Which equals 440, I think.
I don't know why I wrote 444, but I wrote 444.
It is 444.
Okay,
It's just rounded.
there you go. By the way, the picture is in the book, so you didn't even have to.
Yeah, but they said draw diagrams, I just copied it.
I just accidentally did 400 over it. Yeah, that's what I did.
There you go.
How did I get it right?
What was number 8 again?
2 buildings. I'm gonna tick off this killer.
You mean the answer or the problem?
Yeah, the answer.
I know, you get the bonus point. 2 buildings on opposite sides of the street
This one messed me up a bit just because I drew the diagram.
are 40 meters apart. So that's 40. We know which one's taller. From the top of the taller building, I'll just make this one taller. The top of the taller building, which is 185 meters high, the angle of depression, so the angle from here to the other one, the angle of depression, so horizon first, the angle of depression to the top of the shorter, argument of where do they mean by top, I'm going to go to this edge, right? From there down to there is 13 degrees. Well, there's my right triangle. So is it how much taller? No, it's not. It's find the height of the shorter building.
Yeah, so you just find that and then subtract.
And then subtract from 185. So find this little piece right here, subtract. So we know, here's my triangle. So we know that's 40. Therefore, I want to find this. That's
40.
right there. It's their question. That's what? Yes. So therefore, 40 tan 13 is.
Fine.
I gave my calculator away and it hasn't been returned. So I can't do it either.
9.2.
What? Really?
Mm-hmm. 185 minus 176.
Oh, okay. And I was looking at the wrong answer. I was looking at the one above and it's 63. I was like, well, that's not 63. Yeah, 176. Okay, there you go. Done. All right. Ben, you good on everything?
Yeah, I got number 9 wrong, but other than that, we good.
And then I had drawn the diagram, so I thought that the height of the small building was like half of the tall building. So I was like, what? That's not right. So I did it like 5 times. And then I was like, so actually the diagram messed me up. I did.
Yeah,
for
diagram.
nine.
What?
Can I get my calculator?
Sure.
Can I get
Go ahead.
Why is Santa crossed out?
All right. So here's the big deal. I'm going to give you 2 review days. The first review day is exactly the same as the 10th graders. It's just I only test them on their skills. You guys get some bonus things that you'll be tested on. The review that I give you on Monday will be like the format of the test, what it'll look like. The review I give you today is just skills. It'll be all the skills minus 1 geometric mean. So we'll do geometric mean on Monday. Just remember I said when I taught you geometric mean, I said you'll probably forget this, and I'll have to remind you of what it is. So we'll review geometric mean on Monday. Today is just a review of those skills. So I have a worksheet, and it's a packet. It's got the answers. Ben, I believe I have it online right now. Yes?
Yes, you do.
Okay. This is going to look remarkably similar to the previous one. All I did was add the trig stuff to it. So you want to go over this together? You want to try it by yourself? Do you want me to tell you what you need to remember? What do you want to do? Emily? All right. McKinley, you get the bonus plan. I'm going to ask you to tell me what are, and I'll draw this for Ben. Tell me corollary 1 and corollary 2. What does it look like? What do you got to start with? What shape?
Triangle.
What kind of triangle?
Right triangle.
Agreed.
And color 1 is
We got to have something to our right triangle, though. We have to drop a
line.
altitude straight down.
Yes.
Now, I forget how this is labeled. Is it AHB?
AHCB.
So A is right here. The middle is H.
Yes.
Now, it doesn't matter what we name them. H, and then this is C. Okay. What's down here?
C.
And then on the other side? E? Where's D?
D.
You're looking at the picture.
I'm not. It's the A goes on. Yeah.
It doesn't really matter. I'm going to call this D, and then the whole thing, this is the last piece, the whole thing, the whole hypotenuse is E. Okay, that's the picture that you have to have. Now, like I said, it doesn't really matter what we label them. And as long as this is in your book of truth, you'll be fine. Now, you get three corollaries. The first one talks about H. H is equal to, in my picture, and this is the geometric mean.
H equals A.
Nope.
times B.
Nope.
Not A, C times B. C times B.
Okay. So if this isn't committed to memory, then you got to be able to find this in your book of truth, because the first 4 questions, this is what it is. All right, Allie, A, according to my diagram. The letters may be different in your book. A. times. That's an E, but thank you very much. All right. And then Anna B. I'm just going to write it the same pattern I did before. So D times E. All right. So that one's pretty straightforward. That just matched. Now I will tell you this, take your magical hands. Look at me. When the triangle is turned, turn your paper so it matches your book of truth. I'm just going to say, when you try to do this visually in your head, sometimes you can just make a silly mistake. Just take your test paper and turn it. So, Ben, do you have this printed out or no?
Not yet.
Okay. So you can just listen as we're talking. Okay. McKinley,
Okay.
pick one. 1, 2, 3, or 4 on the sheet.
1.
Okay, look at 1. I want you to turn your paper so it looks like the one that we just drew. Now, what matches up with what?
C.
Matches up with?
C. What? C. Matches up with. Oh,
There's no C on number 1.
now X.
There's an X. X matches up with
C.
C. Okay, so which one of my formulas has a C in it?
H and A.
I got 2 of them. So it's either going to be the first one or the second one. What's another thing that we have on our diagram?
64.
That matches up with
D.
D. Of these 2, only one of them has a D. Therefore, which one are we going to use?
48.
I'm going to use this one. Okay. So this particular one, H matches up with what? 48. So we get 48 is equal to the square root of C, which in our case is X times, what is it? 64. How do you get rid of the square root symbol?
You square it.
Square both sides. That's a big number. Luckily for you, you guys have calculators.
It's 2304.
Okay. And that's equal to 64x. 2304? 2304 is equal to 64x.
You get 36.
There you go. That was easy.
I did it.
We good on the first 4? Ben, do you have any questions about the first 4? Or you can't see it?
No. Yeah, I can't see it.
The second one is just straight up Pythagorean Theorem. That's just 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then we get to, is the triangle is the triangle obtuse, acute, or right? How do we do those?
The Pythagorean Theorem.
We apply the Pythagorean Theorem, and C must be the longest side. So I'll draw this on the board as well. So you get 3 of these. So if A squared plus B squared equals the longest side squared, then we know it's what kind of triangle? McKinley?
What?
If A squared plus B squared equals C squared, what kind of triangle is it?
A right triangle.
If A squared plus B squared is smaller than C squared, in other words, C squared is bigger than the other 2, what kind of triangle?
Right triangle. No, not right triangle. Yes, right triangle.
That's when it's equal.
Equal.
How about if C squared ends up being bigger than the sum of the squares of A and B?
It's special triangle.
What kind? There's only 2 other options, obtuse or acute.
Acute.
It is obtuse. I'll just put OB for obtuse. How do you know it? Because C squared's bigger, right? Look at me. So here's your 90 degree, right? If this was a right angle, my thumbs would be the hypotenuse. I'll take those away. Now I'm going to make C bigger, and that makes, I'm going to make the angle bigger, make it obtuse, and that makes C bigger. The opposite of that is if C squared is smaller, and that would be what kind of triangle? Can you remember that? I'll put AC. So you're going to have to write a note to yourself because you're probably going to forget it. All right, so that's the second thing. Remember, 90 degrees. If I make this now an obtuse angle, this is C right here.
Right.
It makes C bigger. So C squared has got to be bigger, right? Because A and B don't change size. All right, so that was questions 9 through 14.
Because you have to get rid of the square
All right.
root of x's.
Special right triangles, 30, 60, 90, 45, 45, 90. Let's see who remembers what. So we've got a 30. That's pretty horrible.
Oh, I remember all of this.
Well, then you get one of them. 30. I can't write with my finger.
2 degrees of incline.
And the other one is a 45, 45, 90. Now you can draw them however you want. I'm just going to label one as 45. Okay, McKinley, do you remember anything about these special right triangles?
Yes, I know enough. 30 and 60, you do something special to them.
Well, they're getting cake and cookies then, because that's pretty special.
Yes.
45, 45, 90 is the easiest one.
Yes, that's what. It's a C equals A squared. A times square root of 2.
Actually, that was from the theorem. What you need to remember are what are the side lengths of the right triangle.
Oh.
And the side lengths of a 45, 45, 90 are, do you remember?
No.
I'm saying you need to write this down. A, and the hypotenuse is A square root of 2. These are pretty strange colors. I like purple. All right. The side opposite 30 degrees is A.
A.
What are the other two sides?
A third and 2A.
Which one is 2A?
The hypotenuse.
Okay, so now you're kind of remembering what we did. So that one's 2A. And the other one is, it's across from the 60-degree angle. A root 3. I know. Let's see what I mean? Special right triangles, kick your butt. All right. We got to pick a couple of these because these are the ones that you're going to, if you don't practice them, you're going to mess up. All right. Allie, pick one. This is 15 through 20. Let's do 19. 19 is a 30, 60, 90 triangle. We know on a 30, 60, 90 that the short leg is A. Well, look what it says.
The short leg is 4.
Short leg is 4. That means A is 4. This one's actually pretty easy. Short leg is A. The long leg is A root 3. So I just take the 4 and write 4 root 3. And that's side Y. So Y is 4 root 3. And the hypotenuse is 8. It's double A. And that's what X? Yeah. Remember on the side opposite, the short leg is A.
Yeah, I know.
The hypotenuse is double A, so X would be 8.
I'm just gonna give that problem.
And Y is A root 3, and A is 4, so 4 root 3.
What question is this?
That was 19.
All right.
Jack, pick one.
16.
16. 30, 60, 90 again. We're given the hypotenuse. The hypotenuse is 2A. So we're saying that 2A is equal to that big ugly mess. 8 root 3 over 3. We're just going to solve for A. This one actually isn't too bad. Solve for A. Divide by 2. That's going to give me
8 root 3 over 6.
Just divide by 2.
Now we can just do 4 root 3 over 3.
You could certainly reduce this. So that would be 4 root 3 over 3. Okay. Does that make our life easy? No, that's what A is. Now we look at the triangle on 16.
Wait, no. Now we just got A. We just got A, which is Y.
A, which is the short leg, which is Y. Okay, equals Y. And then to find the other pieces, the long leg.
We just multiply by root 3.
We got to take that thing and multiply by root 3.
So it's root 3 over 1, so we get
4 times root 3 times root 3, which is
just 3.
Just 3. 4 times 3 is
4 times, so it's just 12 over 3, which is 4.
Which is 4. That was a lot to do very quickly. But yeah, that's the answer. Say again?
Where did you get the 6?
Okay.
Yeah, that doesn't.
So you're okay with this was 8 root 3 over 6?
No, it's 8 root 3 over 3.
Oh, I think we skipped a step because we said the hypotenuse was 2A, right?
Divide by 2.
So when we divide both sides, this originally was a 3. So when we divide both sides by 2, then it becomes a 6. I was being very sloppy in mine.
Just copy it out.
Got it now?
Here's that. Divided by 2. So wait, so the short leg is the long leg. Okay. Then
Short leg is always A.
9 root 3.
By the way, the short leg on either triangle, now notice 45, 45, 90, both the same, but if you could just remember, the short leg is always A, no matter what triangle you're dealing with, you're ahead of the game. We better do a 45, 45, 90. Number 18?
Sure.
All right. Are you given the hypotenuse or is that a leg?
That's the leg.
So that's what A is. A is 7 root 2 over 2. 7 root 2 over 2. Okay, well, Y is, there's nothing to do there. It's just the same number. It's what is X? Remember, X on a 45, 45, I'm sorry, the hypotenuse on a 45, 45, 90 is A root 2. You just figured this. So it's that same thing. We're going to take this and multiply by
2.
square root of 2, right? So it'd be 7. Square root 2 times square root 2 is just
2.
2. So 14 over
Over 3. That was a
You're done.
2. It's a 2, not a 3.
It's a 2, not a 3?
Yeah, it's a 2, not a 3. It's a 45, 45. Yeah, it's 4 over 4.
This is a 3 because I'm looking. Oh, it's a 2. Why did I write 3?
It's a 14.
So it's
Sorry. So 14 over 2, which is 7. Check to make sure that's right. Back 18. Yes, that is correct. Okay. Questions on special right triangles?
I know that. No.
Ben?
No.
All right. And then the last thing is exactly what we just did for the last three homeworks. It's just trig stuff. Remember, when you're solving for an angle, you use inverse trig ratio. When you're solving for a side, it's just the normal trig ratio. And you remember SOHCAHTOA, and I think you guys are doing pretty good with that. But you can easily forget that the solving for an angle is the inverse button. And I would also type it in twice in your calculator, and maybe a third time not type it in, but take a look at the number you get. Hey, I got 14 as an answer, and then look at the triangle and just making sure it makes, reasonable sense. If you got a side of 1 and a 2, and then you get 430 as your second answer, as your answer, I should say, that probably isn't correct. Or a right triangle, at least. Ben, do you have any questions?
No.
You did that on purpose.
No, I didn't.
All right. Maddie, I know you're watching this not live, but if you have any questions, I'm not going to lie. This is both the easiest and the hardest test that we'll take. It's easy in the sense of, hey, these are just a bunch of skills, but it's hard if you don't understand what to do. You can easily screw this one up. So if you have any questions, send me a chat or an email. I'd be happy to help you, Zoom call, whatever. Ben, we're not going to do anything except finish the packet here.
Oh, okay. Well.
And we only have 4 minutes left anyway.
Wow. All right, then.
All right. Hey, have a wonderful weekend, Ben. We'll see you on Monday.
You too. Goodbye. Have a nice day.
Yep. Bye.